not too loud. How are you? Here we are. We are on to illusion number three. Wait, is this illusion number three? One, two, three, four. Oh, this is illusion number four. I was wrong in the text. It's illusion number four. The first one was the iceberg. So, all right, I've gotten some really good feedback from a lot of you with the frog. So many of you can relate to boiling yourself almost to death in certain situations in your life. I just want to really encourage you to practice self-compassion and self-forgiveness, because a lot of the things that you're going to learn here, you're going to recognize in yourself. Now, it's important that if you recognize them in yourself, you don't let your mind use that as a way to, let me just make sure you're right. Okay, a way to like attack yourself back, like beat yourself up even more, right? The whole idea that you jumped into this masterclass was to create change. And so the only way to create change is with awareness. You have to be aware that you are sabotaging yourself in certain ways, or you have these certain behaviors. So with awareness comes change. But if you take that awareness and you recognize, oh, I'm sabotaging myself with this, and I'm going to use it as ammo against me and just beat myself up for being you can't figure this out. And, oh, you're a frog. You're an ostrich. And, oh no, you're going to be a flea too. Look at, you're going to be guilty of all these things, and you just let your mind run amok. Then you're never going to create change in your life. The only way to create change is to be aware of the problem. So we are becoming aware of the problem, so then we can create some. Okay? Yes? You hear me on that one. You promise not to use this masterclass to make yourself feel worse. I need to hear you in the conflict. Say, I promise. I promise I'm going to take this content and I'm going to use it to create change. I'm not going to beat myself up. Yep, yep. So I know this might be kind of an inconvenient time to be recording this. So I know I'm probably not going to get that many people live, which is okay. I get that. So let me just go here. And I know that a lot of you are going to be catching the replay, which works just as well. So, okay. Today we're going to talk about the flea. Oh yeah, illusion number 4. I was right. Okay. Today we're going to be talking about the flea. We're going to be talking about the flea. So I want to share this visual with you because that's always so helpful to really be able to see this for what it is. Okay, here we go. All right. This is the flea. So if you were to take a flea and you were to put it in a container, then what would happen? So a flea can jump really high. Let me just start there. A flea can jump like 100 times its size. I know it's like kind of disgusting when you think it's a flea, but a flea can jump like 2 feet. Very, very high. But if you take a flea and you put it in a container, then what's going to happen in the small container is it's going to try to jump up and jump 2 feet because that's what it's capable of doing. But over time, the flea is going to start to recognize that I only have a few inches before I smack my head at the top, before I hit the top. So what will happen is it will start to adapt its behavior and it will start to learn from its mistakes. Like this is an example of a guy, of a scientist putting these fleas in this container and just recognize here, like, look at this. The fleas start to adapt their behavior based on the size of the container. So then it will jump just below the top of the container. Now, here's the interesting part. If you put more fleas into the container, what will happen is that same behavior, it will start to jump up and hit its head, but it will also look around and see that the other fleas who have been in this container for a while, they're not jumping as high. So not only are they adapting their behavior to the fact that they bump their head at the top and can only reach a certain height, they can no longer hit 2 feet, but they recognize that other fleas are doing it. And so they learn even faster. They learn to adapt their behavior even faster. Now it gets even more interesting when we talk about fleas. So fleas, if these fleas have babies, the babies will only ever know to hit just a few inches, just like this. The baby fleas will leave this container and only hit a few inches, just the size of the container, and never understand its true potential to be able to jump 2 feet. So the illusion that the flea is really modeling to us here is I can only go as high as my circle. Right? If you think about our lineage and you think about, oh, well, my mom wasn't able to figure out this health thing. My mom didn't have a healthy relationship with her body or food. So I'm not going to have a healthy relationship with my body or food. So as you're coming on, say hi. I don't know if anyone has popped in here yet. Or you think about your grandmother and you say, okay, well, my grandma didn't figure this out. So I'm not going to figure it out. Who's here? Say hi. Hashtag wildly alive. I see that there are some people here. No being a creepy neighbor. Can you relate to this at all? Can you relate to this mentality that my mom didn't figure it out, my grandma didn't figure it out, my great grandma didn't figure it out, so I'm never going to be able to figure it out? This is the illusion that I can't jump any higher than those before me. I can only go as high as my circle. And so if I was to sit down with that baby flea and I'm like, baby flea, hey, sister, guess what? You can jump 2 feet. I can't jump 2 feet. What are you talking about? Yeah, you were designed to jump 2 feet and you're only jumping a few inches. You're free of your container now. You can jump 2 feet. I can't jump 2 feet. I've never jumped 2 feet before in my life. You're designed to jump 2 feet. My mom didn't jump 2 feet. My grandma didn't jump 2 feet. I'm not going to jump 2 feet. But you were designed to jump 2 feet. But my mom and my grandma didn't, and all my friends around me, they're not jumping 2 feet either. So I don't think I can jump 2 feet. You can jump 2 feet. You were designed that way. So when I really anchor down to what is the feelings and the emotions of the flea mentality, it's victimhood. And I will admit that I absolutely 100% used this mentality to keep me small for a long time. I would see other women who are successful and I would blame it on my childhood. I would blame it on my upbringing. And I would be like, you know what? The reason why she's successful and I'm not successful is because she was modeled this. She had people around her who was finding success. So I guess I'm just kind of stuck here because my parents never figured it out and I wasn't modeled the success that I want. So I'm never going to have the success that I desire. We limit ourselves based on what we see around us. And we think that it's not possible for us. If it's not possible for them, it's not possible for us. So we sit back in our victimhood, feeling completely powerless. Again, that word powerless is coming up. That happened a lot with the frog. You're not powerless. You were designed to create an incredible life. We are nature, just like we're talking here. You are nature. You are just like the acorn seed is designed to be a beautiful tree. You're designed to have an incredible life, a body that feels good to wake up in, to be able to wake up and look in the mirror and be proud of who you see, and be able to navigate the kitchen in a way that you feel confident. You were like this. We are like, to say that we're designed to live in a healthy body and have a healthy relationship with food, like, and move our bodies regularly. Oh my gosh, we were designed that way. Think about babies, right? I always use the example of Bailey. I use it in the membership when you go through phase 1, Wildly Alive weight loss, and we go through the food pillar, because we complicate our relationship with food so much. When I'm like, look, what we're focused on in phase 1 is back to the basics, because you were designed to know when you were hungry, when you were full, and to stop. It's really that simple. It is truly that simple. And Bailey knows what foods her body wants and what foods her body doesn't want. Now, I will agree, as she ages and as she gets exposed to certain foods, she might, create these attachments to higher sugar or higher fat foods. And I understand that. But what I say from an emotional eating or like a food addiction standpoint is you are stronger than any addiction. So we can sit here and say, well, you don't understand, Nicole, I'm addicted to sugar, or I'm addicted to Dr. Pepper, or I'm addicted to whatever. And what I will always say is you are stronger than any addiction. And once you know that, and once you can anchor into that, the sugar, the Dr. Pepper, the bread, the whatever that you feel like you're addicted to, it has no control over you. You don't even realize how powerful you are, but you are using this victim mentality because everybody around you is feeling disempowered around food and feeling like they have to track, or they have to be good, or they can't eat that, right? Because everybody around you is feeding into this bullshit mentality with food. You're buying into it too. And I'm telling you right here and right now, it is designed to be easy. You do not need to think about this. Do we need to clear out some belief systems so you can start anchoring into your body and listening and hearing, oh, this is what my body likes. I'm going to honor it. Oh, my body doesn't like tomatoes. Like, your body might not like fruits or vegetables. That's totally cool. But the key is to honor it, right? So we were just having a coaching call for the membership, and one of the women were talking about how she's been like really severely addicted to Dr. Pepper. She realized it was causing her migraines, like regular migraines. And it was the Dr. Pepper that she was realizing to be the culprit. And so at that point, she needs to make a choice. Do I love myself? Do I love my happiness? Do I love my vitality? Do I value that more than the Dr. Pepper? And so that's the kind of mindset work you need to do around food. And we will absolutely do that in the membership, but it's designed to be easy. It's designed to be easy. Your body is designed to move. Believe it or not, you are not just like this type B person that's not meant to move their body. Every single human body is designed to move. We're designed to move. That's the way that we are coded. Even if your mom didn't move or exercise, even if your grandma didn't exercise, your body was coded to move on a regular basis. This was designed to be easy. Put that in the chat. This was designed to be easy. And somewhere along the line, I've been taught that it's complicated, that it's hard, that, oh no, we can't eat those things, or I'm just designed to be fat. My mom's fat, my grandma's fat, so I'm going to be fat. My mom doesn't exercise, my grandma didn't exercise, so I don't exercise. You're being a flea. You are sinking into the flea mentality, which is based in victimhood. You don't have to be like your ancestors. You can create a new path for the future, right? For those of you who are mothers or even grandmothers, you can create this change within your family, but you have to see how you might have fallen victim to it. Oh yeah, there's somebody here. Hey, Deborah. Hi, Annie. This was designed to be easy. So just like when we look at that flea, that little baby flea, this is why these animalistic behaviors are so powerful, because if we would see a frog, if we would like sit there and watch somebody do this experiment on a frog and see them slowly turning up the heat, we'd be like, get out, frog, get out, you're gonna die. Like, we're sitting there watching this frog slowly get boiled to death. We would be like, I'm gonna save it, I'm gonna get it out, right? And so then you recognize that you do that too. And like, literally, you're like, just get out of the boiling pot, just jump out, just, have the power of choice, right? Or like, we see an ostrich stick its head into the sand when like a herd of animals is running its way, and you're like, it's gonna get trampled. Ostrich, just pull your head out of your ass and just go. Safety is not in your like muffled sack underneath in the earth. Like, you gotta just make a move, right? We sit here and we look at a baby flea who's like barely jumping, and we're like, you have so much more potential, baby flea. Just because your mom didn't do it, or your friends don't do it, or your grandma didn't do it, or nobody before you did it, You can do it. You were designed this way. Come on, baby flea. Jump 2 feet. Come on. We're like cheering on the baby flea. And that's what we're doing here. We're recognizing how we have fallen for some of these animal brain mentalities so we can see it from a third-party perspective, and we can be like, I'm going to pull my head out of the sand. I'm going to get out of the boiling pot, and I'm going to jump 2 freaking feet. You watch me. I'm going to jump higher than my circle. I can do this. Even though I have not been modeled the behavior, because again, that was the mentality I had. I was just like, well, I just haven't been modeled the success that I want. So I guess I'm never going to find success. Nobody ever great who came from a rags to riches story ever thought like that. They thought, I can pave a new way. I can model something that maybe I was never modeled before. And when it comes to your body and it comes to living a healthy lifestyle, your body wants to be healthy with you. It's just a matter of you believing that this can be easy, that you were designed to be in a healthy body. We were designed that way. I can pave a new path, says Annie. Yes, girl. We're going to do it. We're going to pave that new path. So how you get out of the flea mentality is with radical responsibility. You say, I'm going to take responsibility with where I'm at. I'm not going to blame my past. I'm not going to blame my mom. Do you maybe need to do a little forgiveness work? Yeah. Do we do that in the membership? Yeah. Because the forgiveness work helps you move through the resentment that may be unconsciously keeping you in a victim mentality. But I'm going to take radical responsibility. And if I want to create something extravagant in my life, and I want to create something better than the ancestors before me, I can do that. I can jump 2 feet, right? So that's the flea mentality. We have more to come. I want to congratulate and welcome the women who have jumped into the membership. We have, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. We have Gail, we have Laura, we have another Laura, Gail, Laura, Kathy, and I think we have a few more that I can't remember off the top of my head, but welcome. I'm so excited. This is so great. So if you want to jump into the membership, wildlyalive.com/membership, and there is a 20% off code, Illusions, that will expire at the end of August 31st, if you want to jump in with us. Okay, if you're really ready to not be a flea, like you're really enjoying this stuff, but you want to really put it into action in a big way. And again, if you need more information, I'm trying to pin that to the top, but I don't know how. If you need more information, I'm going to go live on the 5th. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure I'm going to be able to get to all the illusions before the 31st, but I will absolutely get to all the illusions by the 5th. Okay, so I thought that I could, but just gauging the pace of which people are watching it, which is totally fine. You're taking, like, I don't want to put any pressure on you. I would rather kind of keep the pace up with you and not stack them up and make you feel like you're behind, because that's the worst. So the discount code, the 20% off, will end on the 31st, but I will continue to record the illusions up until the 5th. Okay, I'd rather do that than like cut the illusions short, because I have some really, really good ones. So I hope that you enjoy the rest of your Saturday night, and I will see you on the next live. And I want you, as you are kind of navigating this particular training, is recognize where you have fallen into victimhood, and take a breath and feel your feet on the floor and roll your shoulders back and channel your wise, wildly alive woman, and remind yourself that you were designed for greatness. You were designed to have a fucking badass life. That's how you were designed. You've just been taught differently. And that any sort of struggles that you're having with your body or food right now, we can wipe our hands clean of it. We do not need to continue on this struggle, because it's designed to be easy. You've just been taught a different way. And once you start learning these concepts within Wildly Alive, I'm telling you, I have so many women tell me, I wish I would have known how easy this could be. Yeah, there's work, there's mindset work that we have to do to get to that point. We have to do a lot of clearing of the old belief systems. But so many women are like, I cannot believe how easy this is, because it was designed to be easy. We're designed to be healthy, eat foods that feel best for us, move in ways that feel best for us. We're designed that way. We've just been taught wrong. All this bullshit from diet culture. And so we're all about kind of reframing that. So stick around, it's going to be good. Have a great rest of your Saturday night, and I will see you in the next illusion. When in doubt, ask your body. Bye.